Welcome everybody. This is Heroes and Brews with Nerdy Dudes. We are your friendly neighborhood Beeroes. My name is Ty. Across the way is Kev. And before we get into our nerdy news segment, we just want to let you guys know that we're throwing our videos into audio format and going on to Anchor. We're on Spotify. We're going to try and do Apple Music. And we're taking our live streams and our weekly videos and making them in audio format. So if you're not a video guy, you don't like watching YouTube, you don't like the live streams, you can download our podcast straight onto your phone. And Kev, I might add, we did a hell of an ad for Anchor, right?
We did do a hell of an ad. One of the best ads I've ever heard. Yeah, can't wait for you guys to hear the ad. It's awesome. So yeah, if you don't want to see like our faces and stuff, and you prefer just our sensual voices, then check it out on Anchor and Spotify and
wherever else it might end up,
Yeah, yeah. So we're just trying to make everybody happy. That's what we do at Heroes and Brews.
We make everyone happy.
I hope so. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about the news and our feelings towards things, and we'll see how that goes over.
I completely agree. So to start, we have two topics we want to talk about today. We have Ruby Rose exiting the Batwoman role on the CW, and we have the well-anticipated, very much suggested Snyder Cut of the Justice League movie coming next May to HBOMax. Kev, where do you want to start? Because it's all yours to take right here.
Wow. So I feel like we should save the Snyder Cut for a second.
Okay.
Now with the Ruby Rose thing, I never watched Batwoman, so you're probably gonna have more to say on that than I will. My initial reaction though is, I'm shocked because I don't think we know details on why she decided to leave. Correct?
There are a few, but I don't know if they're rumors or not. I heard she was just unhappy with the full-time lead role schedule, and she did not like filming in Vancouver full-time. So those were two, big instances of why she didn't want to do this anymore. But, as a lead character of the, CW Arrowverse, I'm going to still call it the Arrowverse because it will forever be the Arrowverse.
Of course, yeah.
You have to understand, you're going into this intense schedule, and they shoot Vancouver from the get-go, so you can't just be upset about that. I get it's not your, typical, sunny California, Hollywood type scenario to film in and hang out in all the time with all the other celebrities. But
yeah,
this stuff signing up. You know this stuff while you sign your contract. So I mean, it's a big disappointment in my opinion.
Now, from my understanding, I know all of the CW shows, as far as like the Arrowverse shows, so Flash and Arrow at the time and Batwoman, they're all filmed in Vancouver, correct?
Yes.
And normally, movies are filmed in Canada for, is it tax purposes? It's cheaper to film there, kind of all the above.
I'm not actually sure. I don't know the reasons why, so I'm not a good person to verify those facts.
Because I know, Suicide Squad, the David Ayer one, and I don't know if the James Gunn one was filmed there or not. And I know Shazam, even though it takes place in Philadelphia, it was shot in I believe Vancouver, and I believe it's because it's cheaper to film in Canada as opposed to the U.S. So especially for shows such as the CW shows, I mean, I don't know what their budgets are, but I just think probably within, I don't think from my understanding, I don't think the budget is as high as, say, stuff that's produced or released on HBO.
No way.
So that's why I always thought they filmed in Canada because it was less expensive.
Could be.
But yeah, I don't know if those rumors are true. It seems kind of weird. I mean, those just seem like strange reasons. I'm sure there's probably more to it.
Yeah, and then for me, like signing up to be Batwoman, right? It's a huge staple. They want to do a huge LGBTQ, presence as a hero on their shared universe, right? And going into it, most of these shows have 5, 6, 7 years in right now. So with
Yeah.
Batwoman coming in, you got to know they want to do this for a few years. They want to make a great character, and they had a very good story. The antagonist is her sister, and she's Alice
Okay.
from in Wonderland. Um,
Hmm.
and she was a fantastic counterpart for her. The two of them, their personalities mesh so well on screen. And I honestly think Ruby Rose played a great Batwoman. She was very serious. She played the serious, like kind of Bruce Batman style, turned into her own, and it worked. And it's just really sad to see that it has to be recast. And I hate when TV shows recast because it's like this person has a different face now. Like this is weird. I don't like it because we invested 20 episodes with Ruby Rose, and now they're gonna do season 2 with a new face. Like everything's the same, and I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, it's interesting. And I mean, obviously, if they're moving forward with the season 2, I guess season 1 was pretty well received.
Yeah, it was.
Uh, Now, from I don't know how closely you followed the show, say in regards to things that were shared maybe on social media. Um, were the fans uh, were the fans of the show more of how do I want to put this? Were they fans of the overall show, like the story and what was going on, or do you think people were like, I love Ruby Rose and that's why I'm watching. I'm tuning in just for her.
I
Or do
don't
you think it's
know. I think it's combination. I think more the fact that it's Batwoman, and I think because the CW has this track record of this universe, and people want to
Mhm.
stay in tune with this universe. I think she did a great job, like I said. So it's a shame to see her leave. I think
Yeah.
people are going to be disappointed it's recast. But if the person steps up, whoever they decide to recast with, and it works well, and maybe even plays a better Batwoman, you never know. It could be more anticipated and get more viewers in there. So who knows?
Mm.
I just hate the whole recast thing. I really do.
It-
It's not
yeah,
my
it's
thing.
interesting, man, and I'm sure more is going to come out. Um, I'm sure we'll probably hear the concrete true answer at some point.
Yeah,
Um, I don't. Maybe there was just drama on set between her and other cast members,
yeah.
directors, writers. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, because she was so. I remember when she was cast and she was so honored to play the role because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Ruby Rose is she's a lesbian or
Yeah, I think
bisexual,
yeah, lesbian, I believe. Yes.
and the character of Batwoman, and I can't remember her actual identity, what her name is, but
Kate Kane.
um, Kit Kane. In the comics, she is a lesbian woman,
Yes,
correct?
correct.
So I think I remember her just being so excited to portray this role, and it was the first time it was ever going to happen on television, and I think you know, especially in like a superhero based show, and so it's kind of a shame, but I don't know. I'm sure we'll hear more details as the weeks and months
I
progress.
agree. And now I want to roll into the Snyder Cut because I'm
Mm.
curious about your thoughts on this.
Yeah. Um, my my first thought when I saw it all over the internet that it was actually going to be a thing. Honestly, I looked at it and I just went, "What? I hope it doesn't suck." Because could you imagine if like when they do this thing and release it, everybody's like, "Boo!" They're gonna be like,
See,
"Jesus,
that's the thing
how
I
many people
said.
are wanting this?"
With my coworkers, I was talking about it. I'm like, people might want it, but now. But maybe when it comes out, they're like, wow, I really didn't need this. And what we can expect from this version, right, is darker
Mhm.
colors. We know that's happening. Um,
Sure.
a lot less jokes. Probably 90% of the comic relief is gone.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure
One
else what
thing.
to expect.
Yeah. Um, Man, so many thoughts. I myself, after watching the Justice League movie, the theatrical version, in theaters. I left and thought, oh, okay, that was fun. I think I enjoyed that. And then I rewatched it and hated it. And I do not like that movie
Yeah.
at that movie is an absolute mess. There's so many things. I mean, and we could go on forever about that. I know this is more about the Snyder Cut, but there was a lot of things in that movie. Um, my light went out.
It's okay. Keep going.
Oh no, can you see me? Damn it to hell. So, anyways, um, so there's a lot of things in that movie, and the situation that had happened, with the tragic passing of Zack Snyder's daughter, and Joss Whedon coming in and having to take what was there and somehow make a movie. I mean, I commend him too, and in saying that, a part of me feels bad for saying I just didn't care for it, but movies are subjective, and
Yeah.
if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. And I didn't like it. I thought the portrayal of Batman was completely different than the portrayal of Batman and Batman v Superman. I did not care for Ezra Miller's Flash, and here I am like going on about it. So, and the villain was weak. Blah blah blah. So Snyder Cut, and I was kind of looking into a little more. So it sounds as if Warner Brothers is going to give Zack Snyder $30 million to finish it, and it turns out that it really wasn't like, so obviously it wasn't a finished piece. I think a
Yeah.
lot of people were thinking initially the Snyder Cut is like a different version of the movie that's all Zack Snyder stuff, but it's still in pieces.
Yes.
So they're going to give him $30 million to finish it, which I hear from a lot of different outlets that 30 million might not be enough. I mean, with the editing and CGI that you're adding, you know, mute like the score, all this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It could be enough. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like, um, I don't know. It's weird, man. I mean, I, Zack Snyder to me is. I think he's a great cinematographer. I think as a director, he's not that strong. Um, I think visually his movies are stunning. I mean, there's no denying it. His movies to me look like a comic book on the screen, and you can tell, like the way that his films look, that he's a huge comic book fan. So I feel like his visuals are incredible, but his flow is funky.
Yeah.
Is the editing and everything that's involved is kind of funky. So I don't know if Zack Snyder does the editing in his own films or he has another guy or girl come in and take care of that. I don't know what to expect, man. I mean, of course I have questions. Darkseid was supposed to play a big part. Are they going to have Darkseid in this? Is Green Lantern going to make an appearance? Because I heard that he was supposed to make an appearance. Did they have someone cast as Green Lantern? Is there more footage of Superman without the digitally removed mustache? Do we get a better version of Batman? So of course I have a lot of questions, and I'll tell you what, with all the streaming services coming out, I'm like overwhelmed because you're telling me this. I'm gonna have to get HBO Max now. So HBO Max is like, ka-ching, here we go. And it's funny to me. I don't know, man. They just the fan base, they're so passionate, and we're a part of it too. And I know that I'm guilty of this as myself, but we butcher these things, I think, because we love them so much,
Yes.
and then we like crap all over them, and then all of a sudden everybody wants Zack Snyder to come back and release a Snyder Cut. People hated Ben Affleck when he was cast, and now everybody's like, screw Robert Pattinson, bring Ben Affleck back. Like, it's so, you're just on a friggin' roller coaster ride.
See, I can't wait to do the comparison video for us between the Snyder Cut and the actual movie. I can't wait to flash forward in a year and do that video.
It'll be interesting, man.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? What are you thinking about this news?
I don't know. I think we'll get the Batman that you want. Honestly, I think you will, because like Josh Whedon, I believe, lightened him up a little bit because that's the kind of stuff he likes.
You don't do that with Batman.
I know. I think it's gonna be grittier. I think if he wants people to well receive his cut, I think we do see Green Lantern. I think we see um, all the things that people were hoping for and
Mhm.
more if he can do it. And if not, there's no reason for a Snyder cut. So I mean, we'll see.
I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Okay. Excuse me. Snyder Cut is released next year. It's well received by the fan base. Does Zack Snyder enter back in to WB? And do they expand on a DCU? Does
No.
Ben Affleck come back as Batman and there's another?
No. You kill it.
Pizza?
It's dead. You kill it. You do what you're doing now. Do your solo films. Put
Mhm.
stuff out. See what people like. See what people don't like. Continue with what people like. Take back what people don't like. And form, if you want to do a universe, form it from what people enjoy. Because if you're putting things in that people don't like, you're going to get shit. Look at the monster universe. You know, they hyped up a universe, and where'd that go? Right in the trash. So
Yeah.
I think DC, you know, just got to stick to their, you know, their building bricks, which they're doing now,
Yeah.
and just go from there. That's it.
I agree. I mean, when the Snyder Cut, when people, you know, were chanting for a year for the Snyder Cut, I was someone who was like, I really don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. I don't need to see it, you know. And then I've heard different opinions from people where, you know, and I can respect this. You know, the circumstances of Zack Snyder leaving were awful, and you know, let the man finish his art. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
I
Let him
agree.
finish his story. I think it's owed to him. So I can see that. I don't know, man. I don't. It's so weird. I have like a lot of different feelings towards it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to check it out. I mean,
Same.
why not? But I don't know. It's gonna make me miss Ben Affleck's Batman, dude.
I
And
know.
it's just we haven't seen Robert Pattinson yet, but I'm just saying, like when Ben Affleck was cast, I was all for it. I think I was the only one in the world, and I'm gonna miss it, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna make me miss it more to see it again.
I think this version of Justice League will make you miss it more.
And like, and if they have Green Lantern, like if they end up doing all this and introduce Darkseid, dude, that's gonna get me hype. That's gonna get me real hype.
Yeah.
And maybe wanting more. I mean,
let's wait. Let's pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Let's wait. We got a year.
Like hours.
Yeah, right, May 2021. We'll get to see it.
Yeah.
Everyone, let us know your thoughts on both Ruby Rose taking her exit and the Snyder Cut, because we want to know. You know, comment down there. We'll respond if we like it. If maybe we'll respond if we don't like the comment, because we love some banter. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And we'll see you on the next one.
Guy Fieri!
Cheers.